Hi, this is Reporter's Take. I'm Sakshi Batra and with me is my colleague Vandana Ramnani, and we are here to discuss about the Supreme Court's latest order in the Amrapali case. Thanks a lot, Vandana, for joining in. Now, in what looks like a huge relief for the home buyers, in fact, 40,000 home buyers in the Amrapali case, the Supreme Court has given them hope that their projects will finally get completed. So, what are the details of the Supreme Court order?
So Sakshi, what has happened yesterday, that was July the 23rd, the Supreme Court has reprimanded Noida and Greater Noida authorities as well as banks, for violating the doctrine of trust and for basically, encouraging diversion of monies collected from home buyers. And it has given 11 directions in all, the chief one being that NBCC has now been asked to take over all the Amrapali projects and complete the ones that still remain unfinished.
All right, so that comes as a big positive news for all the home buyers that NBCC will now take over all the uncompleted, unfinished projects and will be entrusted with the responsibility of completing them. So, what are these 11 directions that the Supreme Court has given yesterday?
So, Sakshi, I'll tell you about the main directions that the Supreme Court has given. The first direction being that RERA registration of all Amrapali projects now stands cancelled, and NBCC, obviously, as we mentioned, takes over all the unfinished projects.
Right.
Then there has been a court receiver has been appointed. The rights of the Amrapali properties now vest with the court receiver.
Okay.
And the court has also directed that Noida and Greater Noida authorities will not be able to collect their dues by selling off properties held by home buyers, or for that matter land that has been given on lease.
Right.
So only the properties that have been attached by the court can be sold to recover their dues.
All right. So
and I must also add here that the Amrapali group owes about 1,000 crore to banks and about 3,000 crore to Noida and Greater Noida authorities.
All right, so that's like a huge sum that is at stake right now, and we'll just have to see how things will push from here on. But is it a huge relief for home buyers?
Yes, it is a huge relief for home buyers, about 40,000 of them in all. And see, what the court has also directed is that the OC, that is the occupation certificate, and the occupation certificate and the registration of flats where home buyers are already residing, that should take place within the next 1 month. And the court has also directed that the water connection and electricity connection be given forthwith to people who are already residing in these properties.
All right, so these properties are have already been occupied, but there is no amenities.
Without any
All right, so that also comes as a big relief over there. So does this also augur well for all the other stuck projects? I mean, can they also, or the other home buyers who have been waiting in the other projects like JP or Unitech, can they also hope for similar resolution, and then can they also hope for their projects being completed now?
Yes, because Sakshi, the Supreme Court has also given directions to all state and central government. So here I'll read out one of the directions that the Supreme Court has given. So basically the order directs the center and the state governments to take appropriate action against builders who have not delivered the group projects on time. So that is a very strict directions, and it has directed the concerned ministry of the central government, the state government and the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development to ensure that appropriate action is taken as against leaseholders concerning such similar projects at Noida and Greater Noida and other places in various states where projects have not been completed. And it has also directed that projects get completed in a time-bound manner as contemplated in RERA, and home buyers are not defrauded. So very strict guidelines being issued.
All right, absolutely. Thanks a lot, Vandana, for sharing with us all these court order details. Well, it is a strong order that has come from the Supreme Court, and it has directed very important directions it has issued to the government as well as the authorities now. And home buyers can finally heave a sigh of relief. Their home projects will finally get completed, and that is what it seems like from this court order that has come about. He is also hoping that the other stuck projects like JP and Unitech also get a resolution soon. With that, we come to a wrap here in this edition of Reporter's Take. You stay logged on to moneycontrol.com for more news and updates. Thanks for watching.